I think it's time that we finally close this case. What actually happened to Bonnie? Now, and welcome to my first ever theory on this channel, and that is who's Bonnie's true killer? And to make this more exciting for you guys, I'm a theorize with Foxy and Mangle. Now, let's get started. So let's just start on this theory. And no, I do not think Monty did it. I think he's innocent. Alright. Now let's start at the crime scene. In ruin, we find Bonnie destroyed behind the bowling alley. Now, but in the message security breach, we see that his last whereabouts were at Gator Golf. Now wait a second. I did say Monty was innocent in all this. But like, we can find a few pieces surrounding Bonnie's body. We find the wet floor signs. We find a bowling ball. We find some staff out pieces and the rug. Now that rug is found in a few different locations. One of them being in Gator Golf. Now I did say Monty was innocent in all this, but I think lugging an entire animatronic and just taking to the opposite side of the building, which is 2 floors up, and without getting noticed would be nearly impossible for him to do that. Like it would be impossible for me. Now, the people that thought that this gate was just open and closed was Monty's claws. Now, the only reason animatronic should even have these claws is because they play the bass. And the only reason Monty gets the claws is because he plays the bass. Now, I know there are messages saying that he mostly uses them for destruction, but he gets them after Bonnie went missing, so that means Monty didn't have the claw upgrades at the time of Bonnie's death. Now, that couldn't necessarily mean that Monty could have done the damage by himself, but we do see the staff bots do similar damage to Freddy in Fazer Blast, where Vinny says disassemble Freddy. Now, alright, so just think about it, if Monty did have, so a lot of people think that Monty has the claws. So a lot of people think Monty did because the discoloration on Bonnie's clothing, and they think the green comes, and the color comes from the killer that attacked him. A lot of people and something that I might think, which I think is probably not true. His original jumpsuit color could have been green, which when Monty just snatched away that first green of paint, revealing that green paint. But some people think about this would be the Monty's mystery mix on Monty. And do you remember where you can find the mystery mix in Security Breach? It's found in Bonnie Bowl. Why is something that's literally Monty themed and pizza flavored found in Bonnie Bowl? Okay, now we can find some messages that say she can't control herself around the mystery mix, and then they said hide it, and then eventually gets recalled. But if it's getting recalled, then why not throw it out? Why are you keeping it in Bonnie Bowl? Jeez. Now, we found a lot of other messages, just like Bonnie going missing, but we never see any messages about Foxy or Mangle. But we do see calls of Foxy. So that could mean Mangle could be a part of that. And some people think that they were the original daycare attendants at Kids Cove in Security Breach. But the only thing is, I don't think they were the original daycare attendants. I don't think daycare was their thing. So what if Kids Cove could have been originally Pirates Cove? Yeah, with Mangle in it. I mean, I could be wrong, but whatever. Now, so I think what really happened is meaning that, but the most promising out of all these guys, never mind. Actually, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know if you want more theories like this. I see what I can look into. See, but anyways, if you're new, just subscribe, and that would really help me out a lot. Now, let's get back into this. Now, okay, so we see cutouts we see the cutouts in the pizza plaque, especially one big statue of Foxy in Kids Cove. Just this big statue right here, yeah. So basically, that could mean that Foxy could have been part of that. So we see this message saying Bonnie going missing, we're at Gator Golf. So that could mean that Foxy and Mangle could have gone missing at that time. But the most promising suspect out of all these guys seemed to have been Vanny. She had the intelligence to frame Monty for what he's doing, but what if I told you that a lot of people thought Chica killed Mango and also thought Roxy killed Foxy? And no, I don't think they did it either. I think they're innocent. Now, Vanny she had the intelligence to frame them, and she could have put on the Vanny mask and locking them in a room where no one will ever find them, ever. But, here's the thing. I don't really think Vanny did it. She really doesn't have a reason to do it, unless if she was told to destroy all the animatronics. But Gregory does that. So I'm thinking Gregory could have been under Glitchshot's control, destroying the animatronics. Have me to believe that it was probably someone in the company that could have destroyed Bonnie. So Glitchtrap has Gregory to destroy all the animatronics, so that could mean Glitchtrap had someone else destroy Bonnie. So what if that person was Cassie's father? And no, I do not think I do not think Mike destroyed Foxy or Mangle, because he's Glamrock Freddy. So what if I told you that the person that destroyed Foxy and Mangle could have been Gregory's dad? Now hang on, some of you might think Gregory's dad, he's William Afton, but no, I do not think Gregory's the crying child, and I don't think Afton's his father either. And Cassie's dad we all know that Cassie's dad is a Fazbear technician at the Pizzaplex, and we know he's Cassie's father. We don't hear a lot about him in Ruin, but in Hell 102, we're theorized that we're playing as Cassie's dad. Now, and he has such an addiction to Bonnie that adds many people to believe that he's the Bonnie bully back in FNAF 4. But I think Gregory's dad could have been the Chica bully from FNAF 4. Now, why am I thinking he's the Chica bully? Because they're both brown hair. So I'm thinking Vanessa's dad could have been that Freddy bully from FNAF 4. Now, I'm really thinking, what are you talking about? I'm just trying to get all the pieces all together, and let's see what I come up with. So basically, Cassie's dad could have been taking on and off the Vanny mask, kind of like Vanessa does. You know, the Vanny mask that Mochi put on, that gives you full access to put on, that something Gregory, Vanessa, and Cassie put on. Also something that Cassie's dad might have put on. Now, destroying your favorite animatronic is probably the best way to prove your allegiance. That would be if you didn't have a kid. Now, we know Cassie's dad's a Fazbear technician, but he's been slacking off lately. And he's been finding these arcade machines called Princess Quest that he gets addicted to until the point where, but the Princess Quest arcade machines are, every time someone plays them, it gives Glitchtrap more power. And it gives Cassie that feeling that the princess is sending him on a mission. And he has to destroy Bonnie to find out. He has to reach the end of his quest. Now he sets up a trap for Bonnie, for the stat boss to mess him up and stuff like that, and make it look like it was Monty's doing, since it was in Gator Golf. And he puts the Vanny mask on and takes it over to Bonnie Bowl and locks him inside a room behind the bowling alley where no one will find him. Then Cassie's dad soon realized what he did was wrong. So he pours a Monty Mystery Mix on him, and I say make look, and he scatters the web floor bots scattered all over the Pizzaplex to make sure that Bonnie doesn't truly die. And Glitchtrap is upset with this. Glitchtrap had given Cassie's dad one thing from to prove his allegiance: kill the rabbit. And since Bonnie was still alive, Cassie's dad had failed. Luckily, there was the other way for him to prove his allegiance: kill Cassie. Now, Okay, now let me go back to Foxy and Mangle. So they could have went missing the same night Bonnie went missing. So what if I told you that the same thing that Cassie's dad did to Bonnie, that Gregory's dad could have done the same thing to Foxy, but he could have had the wet floor bots scattered all over the Pizzaplex to make sure they don't truly die. Like just by giving them one thing to, and since they were still alive, both Cassie's dad and Gregory's dad had failed. But there was another way for them to prove for Gregory's dad to prove his allegiance. Kill Gregory. Now they both used their every last bit of their lungs and tell him no. And Glitchtrap is upset with this. And he gets Vanessa to call the all-staff meeting where she kills all the staff members, including Cassie's dad and Gregory's dad. Now, you see, Glitchtrap doesn't want... Now, Vanessa doesn't want Gregory's dad to die. No, that would be way too quick of a punishment. Same with Glitchtrap. Why not make him possess the Pizzaplex and force him to watch his own son get chased by animatronics with the vanity mask that got him in this insanity in the first place? Now going back to Cassie, like, Glitchtrap doesn't want Cassie's dad to die. Like, oh no, that would be way too quick for punishment, like I said before. So why not trap Cassie's dad inside a staff bot body and force him to watch his own daughter pick up the mask that got him into this insanity in the first place? Now hang on. Everyone's wondering why the animatronics are trying to kill you. Well, it turns out they all went through the elevator in their rooms, which made them get their viruses to get hacked, which is the reason Freddy doesn't do it, because he never went through that elevator. And that is the end of the theory. Let me know what y'all liked about this, and let me know if y'all want more of this, and I'll see what I can look into. Other than that, see ya.